Welcome to Dream Body Alchemy, the podcast that fearlessly explores empowering transformations by unlocking the dormant vitality within your DNA, reshaping your mindset and unveiling your true essence, propelling you towards profound healing and expansion. Join your host, Melissa Valentine, as you embark on this journey to rewrite your story, one of activation, body alchemy, and the unapologetic embodiment of your boldest self.
My name is Melissa Valentine, and we took a hiatus, and I've been trying some different type of social medias. And in all honesty, I missed doing the podcast. We each have our own gifts, our own geniuses. And what I know about myself is that I actually channel in information. And so whenever I am on Instagram or I'm trying to think about a post and think about what people are desiring, their struggles, it's almost a disruption in my flow. The wisdom that I have, the resourcefulness kind of comes through, and I say what I need to say in the moment, just like when I'm with a client. We go into it knowing that we're both tapping into consciousness and that the revelations, the answers, the guidance that we need will manifest because we are powerful creators. Being able to be here and just allow things to flow brings about so much more information that is needed. When I'm trying to create a regular post, I feel like it's being disrupted by my thinking. And our genius, our gifts, do not come from the logical mind. They come from that intuition. They come from our strategy. They come from our authority, our inner authority. It's more of that intuition. It's more channeled. It's more of a natural flow. And that kind of is going to lead us into the conversation that I wanted to talk about today. So if you are a conscious woman, impact-driven woman, someone who's introspective, who's into personal growth, who wants to step into that role model part of herself where she knows she's meant for more, she has a calling. I want to speak to that person who maybe feels a little disconnected from her body. Maybe there's a little bit of self-doubt. Maybe you feel that misalignment. I want to speak about our calling and our dream body and that alignment that once you release that outside influences telling you what you need to do, that you will find that inner fulfillment and everything will unfold naturally. You will find yourself in flow more often than not. One of the things I was thinking about that was inner hunger that we have. This inner hunger that you might be very familiar with, and let me know if this resonates. If you are an impact-driven woman, you know you have this inner calling. You know you are meant for something more. You are going to understand this hunger and this hunger that kind of drives you. But I want you to also see the similarities of unwanted weight and also feeling that hunger, that craving, that void, and why these are so similar, and also when you are in alignment with your calling, how you can satisfy and be fulfilled in both areas. And this is where you begin to open up that effortlessness, where you begin to feel empowered because you start to understand the dynamics of both of these and how they interplay together. If we have this hunger to create, this hunger to serve, this hunger to make an impact, this calling that was placed in all of us, we all have this bigger vision, whether we have been supported by the people around us to go after this really big vision for ourselves, or if we have dimmed our light and decided to go on someone else's journey, someone else's life, what society and conditioning has told us that we should do, whether it's, doing the 9-to-5 or doing the job that is accepted by people around us. When you have this hunger, it really is also a physical manifestation. So having this deeper hunger, this desire for fulfillment, this true happiness is correlated to serotonin in the body. Serotonin is low in most people. We can go get tested, and what they consider a normal amount of serotonin in the body is actually low serotonin. So most people are walking around with very low serotonin. And so when we have this low serotonin and we are not necessarily feeling like we're on our path, we're not creating, we're not bringing into reality our deeper impact, our calling, we might turn to things like food, alcohol, shopping, other distractions, sex, keeping ourselves busy in our work, even if it's not a passionate busy, but it's more of a distraction. What we get from these type of interactions is dopamine. And so we get these little dopamine hits to offset the low serotonin, which would, if we are fully satisfied and feeling like we are on mission, like we know what our path is, we know what our calling is, we know what our gifts are, what our geniuses are, and we're not distracted by what other people are doing or their path or how they're doing it or they're successful in their way, but we're really understanding what our impact is, even what our blocks are, what is our specific way of being in this world. I call it Dream Body Alchemy because everything is alchemized inside of us. Our limiting beliefs, our stagnant emotions, being able to alchemize these so that we can be more on path, so that we can feel fulfilled. So if we aren't in that place, whether you know you have a very specific calling or not, if you feel a little bit unfulfilled, like you're a little misaligned, you are very likely to reach for or even lean on the crutches of dopamine hits. This can manifest as unwanted weight, as self-doubt, because you are searching out dopamine or pleasure versus being really flooded with serotonin. And being flooded with serotonin is what is the only thing that's really going to quench that hunger. And that hunger isn't necessarily the outward projection of your service, your calling, your mission. It really is the adventure within, that hunger for within of discovering who you truly are and honoring that and only leaning on that, being able to lean on your own inner authority. So we have the dopamine hits of the instant gratification, that pleasure in the moment. And if you're going after these little dopamine hits, these little things that bring you these little bits of pleasure, it does become addictive because every time you go for it, you're going to need more and more dopamine. And this is where it can cause problems. Dopamine in and of itself is not an issue. It is only when we become addicted to it as a replacement for serotonin, which is fulfillment and true happiness. It's that deeper fulfillment that we are all craving, and it brings us back to craving. If you are following your path and you are in alignment, you are going to radiate a higher frequency. You are going to be more authentic. And so you are going to create these synchronicities. If you think about your authenticity and how it's the highest frequency that a human can admit, the more authentic you are, the more aligned you are, the more you follow your excitement, your passions, your inner authority. Why are you really here? What do you actually want to do in this moment? If you have a lot of anxiety, this can be a sign that you are off path, that there's a misalignment. But the more you are following your inner authority, you're following your gifts and your genius and your passion and excitement in every moment, this is going to be what creates that alignment with who you really are. Because we talk about authenticity all the time, and what does that mean? It can be so vague. But if you think about authenticity as following your excitement and passion in each moment, as long as you can, that feeling from the inside. What is the job that really excites you? What are the things you like to do every day that really excite you? Are you using alcohol and food as a buffer to bring dopamine to things that are supposed to make you happy, that are supposed to be fun, but they really aren't fulfilling to your soul? When we can get back to that place of being so pure and knowing what really brings us that happiness, what really brings us that fulfillment, that brings you back into the authenticity. And when you are authentic and you're rating at your highest frequency, this is what is going to make you resonant with all of the synchronicities. The universe, God, source, is going to be bringing things, it's going to be doing things in the background to create these synchronicities. So it brings in your calling easier. It brings in that fulfillment easier. It brings in the people. When you are yourself, when you're resonating, when you're fulfilled, when you are being flooded with serotonin versus depending on dopamine, this is when everything starts to come into alignment. And then you are fulfilling that deeper hunger because it's really an inside job. Dream Body Alchemy is about the inside job. It's about that inner hunger of really knowing who you are, your gifts, your genius, even your core wounds and your blocks, and being able to get back to that place of true self-love, real fulfillment, where you're not dimming your own light so that people accept you, where you're not dimming your light because your dreams, the way you see the world, is not accepted. Because again, that's just conditioning. This is a job of unbecoming because you're really getting back to who you are. So if you really want to get to the root cause of unwanted weight, self-doubt, and become fulfilled and confident in your body, there really is a cellular certainty that happens at your core. If you're silent, if you're still enough, your inner authority, your highest self is always speaking to you. And it's always giving you those signals. There's a part of you that knows you are meant for more, that you are this badass, that you're comparing yourself to other people on the internet, maybe people that are following their dreams, knowing when you have those pings of jealousy or desire that they're put inside of you for a reason. And if you do feel like you have these voids, it really is the void that you're missing a part of yourself. You left a part of yourself behind. And so the easiest way to release unwanted weight, to make it feel effortless, to make it feel like an empowering journey, what you can do is, one, understand that you are a powerful creator. And the more you step into who you truly are, the more flow you will be in. It's not about hustle. It really is about flow. But you have to be patient and you have to do the inner work. It's allowing yourself to see these symptoms, cravings, stress, depression, unwanted weight, self-doubt, fatigue. Any of these things are definitely symptoms of you being out of alignment with who you are. And if you are out of alignment with who you are dimming your light. If we come back to authenticity and it being the highest frequency we admit, if you are not following your passion and excitement, if you're not joyful and getting stuck in the societal shoulds, then you are actually dimming your light. Because if authenticity is this high frequency and you're over here bored or content or worse off, frustrated or dealing with anger or cravings or sadness or even despair, those are low-level energies. That means there's less light. And so the more you step into what is meant for you and who you are, your gifts, your genius, your calling, the things that light you up, that get you excited, that allow you to be flooded with the serotonin, that is actually going to increase your frequency and your light. And the more you are yourself, you're unbecoming all of the labels and the expectations that have been put on you. You're unbecoming that. You're releasing from that. You're going, who was I when I was 5? Who was I when I was born? Who was that bubbly, excited, not worrying about what other people thought of me? Who was that girl? That's who you're going back to. So you're unbecoming all the things that society or your parents or your friends or now your own inner critic is telling you who you should be. You're going back to who you were. I use the gene keys because it will map out your prosperity, allowing you to know what is your core wounding that is keeping you from prosperity, that's keeping you from abundance. It gives you this map of what is your calling. Where in society are you meant to be? Are you meant to be an entrepreneur? Are you meant to be in the global eye? Are you meant to lead a large corporation? Are you meant to be in a grassroots, small, homegrown movement? It tells you what is your brand, what is your essence, what is the message you're here to teach. And again, it's not telling you and then you have to abide by it. The more you unpeel or undo the layers of who you are not, and you become who you are, there's a cellular certainty. It's like you have a memory. It's like a dream that you had, but someone else unlocked it by something they said or something did. And it's just, oh yeah, I remember. And then I always use human design to help you understand your energy. How are you meant to eat? How are you meant to move your body? Because again, it starts with the physical body. We're here in physical bodies for a reason. And this is where a lot of our signals are coming from, our inner compass is coming from. And so you want to make sure that you are healthy, that you feel vibrant, that you have incredible amounts of energy. And human design is so great to tell you exactly how you are best meant to eat and exercise and make decisions and just make your life easier by aligning with your energy. And the Gene Keys shows you that path that you're going on. It gives you that confidence. It gives you that reassurance that yes, this is my path. This isn't just something I made up. This isn't just a dream that is out of reach. This is actually planted inside me. This has been here since the day I was born. And I take these two modalities. Actually, the Gene Keys is really great too because it helps you unlock the core wounds and the core wounding that you can begin to release so that you can step into that identity. Because when it comes down to it, reality creation, when it's about creating your dream body, there's layers to it. The bottom layer is the behaviors and the action. Above that is emotions and energy. And above that is thoughts, beliefs, and then identity. And so really what we want to do is get that resonance with our true identity. Because once you can do that, the rest of it will just change. When you start to release the shoulds and you begin to follow your path of fulfillment, you increase your own frequency, which then turns on higher functions of your DNA. You begin to unlock more of your gifts, more of your geniuses. You begin to unlock your radiance, your vitality. When it comes down to it, your prosperity, your calling is directly related to your physical health, your dream body. And your physical health in your dream body is directly correlated to your prosperity, your abundance. These two are intertwined. And that's why in Dream Body Alchemy, my 3-month one-on-one program, I not only help people create a strategy that helps them eat and exercise and understand their energy, but I also give them a roadmap to where they want to be. We can see what are the energies, the emotions, the beliefs that are causing the blocks. I use neurolinguistic reprogramming to help them release a lifetime of stagnant, negative, unresolved negative emotions. These emotions that are stored in our body, that are subconscious or unconscious, that hold on to so many hidden beliefs that are creating this self-doubt. And these energies that are in us are draining our vitality and our ability to step into our highest selves, that identity that we actually came here to become, to express, because we all came here for a reason. We all came here with a purpose that is meant to be shared. And it really does start with your physical body, because this is where the symptoms are showing up. And a lot of people want to take these two things as separate, but they are not. Because true prosperity is harmony of your physical body, your self-love, and love of others, and your calling, or your career, or your service. It's these things in alignment. It's harmony. It really is being able to tune in and go, what am I meant to be doing right now? And it's so much easier when you have a blueprint and a roadmap, and you can have someone help you clear out all of the energies, all of the negative emotions, all of the beliefs. And you have this blueprint of exactly who you're meant to be. Who are you truly at your core? So you're no longer feeling the resistance. You no longer feel like you have to hustle. You don't have that stress of trying to perform or prove yourself, because now you know who you are. All of this is coming from within. You have this power. You have this knowing inside of you. But we can have so much distortion, so much conditioning, especially in our subconscious mind and stored in the body. We can have all of this going on that can really muffle our inner guidance, because it's all in there. And so if you really want to achieve your dream body and not have to rely on dopamine hits for pleasure, but really 100% fully be fulfilled and flooded by the serotonin, you want to get to a place where you 100% are authentic and in aligned with your energy, your gifts, your excitement, your passion, and allow your genius to run through you. Allow yourself to resonate so that you attract everything that's meant for you. And that's what we do in Dream Body Alchemy. If you're interested in working with me one-on-one, I will leave a link below for the Dream Body Alchemist program. It's a 3-month program where you can work with me. We create your strategy, how to eat, how to move your energy, and release all the stagnant energy and emotions that are keeping you feeling stuck. And we release any hidden beliefs that are causing any kind of self-doubt. We rewire any self-sabotaging patterns that are keeping you from success and following and fulfilling your impact. And then we give you a beautiful outline of your prosperity path, which is going to allow you to know exactly, are you on your path? Is there an easier way of flow that's going to allow you to step into and utilize your gifts, your genius, which is going to allow you to create flow, space, ease, a peace in your body. You'll be able to really embody peace and who you truly are. Like, true embodiment is true peace. And that's what we do together over the 3 months. It is the most transformative experience you will ever go through. And even if you don't want to lose weight and you just want to feel totally aligned, you want to feel free in your body, you want to feel empowered, you want to know exactly where you're going, you want to release any limiting blocks that are in your life and just really step into your path of impact and service and leadership, and do it from a place of embodiment and in alignment, and just feeling so vital and radiant and calm, being able to learn how to trust yourself, then this is a great option for you. So if you want to check that out, go ahead below. You can check me out on Instagram, Dream Body Alchemist, or YouTube, Dream Body Alchemy playlist. And if you have any questions, always just reach out to me. My name is Melissa Valentine. I will be here every Wednesday with a new topic. If you have any input, please leave it below. I will see you guys next Wednesday. Bye, guys.